Hello, friends. 856 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. Starting from the southern war zone on Kherson front, no changes, and this situation is lingering since long. On Zaporizhia front, Orikho sector, no changes, positional battles on. Remivka salient, Russian army advanced in Urozhaine in the central village. In east, on Maryinka front, Russians advanced south and southwest of Novomikhailovka towards Konstantinovka Ugledar highway. This progress is continuing since last 3-4 days. Krasnogorovka, Russians made some small gains towards northwest and northeast of the city. Otherwise, no changes. Avdiivka front, Russian army advanced towards Sokil and Novoselivka Pasha area, and also fight is on towards the outskirts of Karlovka. Gurlovka Toretsk direction. The Russian army made advance towards New York outskirts. Fight is going on in Druzhba area. Towards Chasiv, Russian army made some gains towards Canal micro district neighborhood, and fight is going on in Kalinovka. In southern flank of Bakhmut, no changes. Siversk sector, no changes after fall of Rozdolovka. Coming to northeast Ukraine, in Liman Kremina direction, Russians' offensive operation has started towards Terny, where it made some gains towards east of the village, approximately 4 kilometers away from the village. Russian army is using FAB 500 with JDAM and also ODAB 1500 thermobaric bombs. 1500 means 1500 kg bombs, the newly inducted into Russian army. Towards Kupiansk, Swato direction, fight is going on towards Stepnaya Novoselka and on the outskirts of Stelmakhovka. No changes. North of Kharkov, that is towards Slobozansky direction, positional battle on in Volchansk, where fight towards Staritsa continuing. Also towards the eastern part of Tikhoe. As far as within Volchansk is concerned, no changes around aggregate plant, which is under Russian army. Towards Lipsy direction, fight is going on where Ukrainians are carrying out several counterattacks, especially towards Glubokhoe, and they still hold Zelenoe. Interdiction missions continuing from both the sides as before. Russian army has claimed that it has struck airfields using Kinzhal hypersonic, destroying some of the airfields where the foreign military aids were coming in. Palestine Israel Middle East, IDF has withdrawn from Jenin after night long operations when it suffered more than 1.5 dozens of its soldiers as badly injured, including one killed. In other parts of North Gaza, IDF started ground operations in Al Judada area. In southern side, IDF operation in Rafah continuing. In West Bank, other 30 more Palestinians were detained. Lebanon border cross-firing is continuing. IDF also struck outskirts of Damascus in Syria. Long awaited Biden Trump debate has come to an end on CNN and other electronic media live. However, the whole affair turned out to be extremely boring and both the sides blamed each other. Sadly, what is the outcome is that the working people of America are still tied up with Tina syndrome. That is, there is no alternative. In my city, New Delhi, the weather is changing after a heavy rain, which is due arrival of monsoon. The temperature has come down little comfortable compared to earlier times, but nonetheless, as far as climate is concerned, it still remains in dangerous zone, not suitable for the living human beings. Lastly, Russian Federation has declared NATO as its enemy alliance. Of course, yes, this could have been done much earlier, and even the so called special military operation is meaningless today unless you declare it as a war. And as far as US is concerned, it is not going to leave Russia. Thank you.